Hello there. For this January, I'm gonna make like a commented music making thing on VMC 101. Right, let's not get too lost right off the bat. Music, I believe, is easier than you would expect. Have a look at this. If you know two drum patterns, one, you take a kick, you put it on the one, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? You take a snare or a clap, put it on the 2 and the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a hat or a closed one, and you've got a house beat. Then you can do stuff to have like, and then you can do variations on basically what you have. But this is just the core of it. So if you have this, you can just add stuff a bit like at random. Like on the one. Well, okay, maybe not too much at random, but as long as you stay in time. Here I'm clearing them. We've got a good beat. Now, let me show you another one. Let's make a new clip. Now, the second beat you need to know, it's the drum and bass beat. So you go kick on the one, let's hats on the 2, snare, it's exactly oh, I got a clap, sorry, I don't want a clap. Let's take the snare. Okay. So this is your house beat with the kick on the 1 and on the 3, and your snares on the 2 and 4, and hi-hats in between. Right? But look at this. I'm gonna take the kick, and you've got 1 and E. One. I'm not good at this. I need to prove that you can make decent music without being good. So here it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and then I think some people go 1 and E, 1 E and yeah, 1 E and but I don't work with E. Too complicated. Just 1 and 2. And if you put it on not the 3, but the 3 and, let's remove the hat. Boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, ba. You recognize the drum and bass beat? Okay, so we got the rhythm down. Let's go back to this. A bit too fast. Okay, now let's add, you can either have like a bass, a chord, or a melody, but let's just go for like a thing. So here what I'm doing, it's, you see I've got like a regular piano. With overnotes, but when you're making music, you don't use all of them. In fact, you only use like a key. So you're not using all your 12 notes, you're only using like 7 of them. And realistically, you can get away with 5. It's easier to use a pentatonic key than like a regular key. And I don't think I do it quite right, but anyways, let's go to scale. Sorry, go back to scale. See, I'm in chromatic. I'm going to go in minor. So here, it's like I'm only using all the white keys if I was in major, and minor it's the same, it's just you don't start from the same place. But here I'm like, it's like I'm using all the white keys. But what's even better is if you use like all the black keys, they're kind of compatible. And I'm not sure I've got the right intervals, but here's my tip. Ignore this, the second, and sometimes second to last. Like if you write a melody using and those are just gonna, if you play randomly, it's gonna somehow still sound okay. But then, you see, you can still play those, just I found a harder time just finding how to improvise, so I just use them as a like a in-between, just going to the next one. So you're gonna want to think of your melody like starting, something, and resolve. And so see, I resolved on like the 2 and it just didn't sound right. Whereas if I play something, resolving on the 5, often you're gonna want to resolve on like the first. I'm sorry, I'm doing a bad job at explaining this. So, as you might or might not know, there's octaves. So these keys right here on the lower rank is exactly the same as the upper keys. In fact, those two are exactly the same. And so those are the same notes because a wave would... A sound is a wave, okay? And so these 2 notes, it's more or less the same wave, except one is exactly twice as quick. And so it's the same notes because you could fit 2 shorter waves in a longer one, and it just kind of sounds the same. I'm bad at music theory. I'm making this video for like myself, my past self, who's like, I want to make music, but I don't. Theory is too complicated. So here's what you need to know. Just pick a key and play the pentatonic. Look, I've got minor. Let's find, see, minor pentatonic. Have I... See, those are like the same. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's exactly the same. So this is like 2, 2, just an octave above from this one. So here in the pentatonic thing, you can just, let's ignore all those keys and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's all you need to write a melody. Just stay within this and you're gonna be all right. I'm gonna get a little lost because I've had the habit of using the minor or upper one. And the next theory you need to know, it's a chord. And a chord, you're gonna play a triad, which is the first, third and fifth in a scale. So here I'm in pentatonic, and I hope this theory still applies. So let's find a pad. Synth pad. I want something a bit... So I'm gonna play first. I'm gonna miss one. Third. I'm gonna miss one. Fifth. So when you write music, you're gonna want to play like a series of chords. And so I don't quite know chord progression. I think if you go like 1, 5, 4, 5, 1 or something, just don't, it doesn't matter, just improvise here. Right, so I'm gonna go 1. So what I mean by 1 here when I'm talking about my chord progression, it's I'm starting on the first key, but I'm only doing triads, so I'm going from the first key, which is like the root of my scale. Basically my song, I'm gonna say it's in a scale, and I'm just gonna say I want to resolve always on the first note of a scale. It's more complicated than it needs to be. Just, if you have a software or Groovebox, just think, right, this is my first note of my song. This is like my resolving melody and my starting points. So I'm gonna play a 1, then I'm gonna play a 4, then I'm gonna play a 5, because see, if I were to move 1 next, it's gonna be a 5, but there's no button here, so I'm gonna just go like 1 up. So, oh wait, yeah, 1 up, we said is here. Alright, I got confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. 1. So I can't do what I wanted. Because here I'm like on 4, but... Okay, so I need to do this. Okay, doesn't matter. I'm just gonna play... You know what? This is more complicated than I wanted. Let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so 1, I'm gonna lower the volume a bit. Okay, so we've got a moody thing. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play a bass, and my bass will follow my chord progression. So this is gonna be a simple as ever bass. I'm gonna go down a bit. I want some deeper basses. Well, there you go. Right, I'm just gonna rock with this one. So 1, 4, 3, 4. I'm lost without the rhythm. Let's clear this. Okay, so see, I'm just following my chord progression, and now here's my next trick. Just play the octave above. See? Now, I'm gonna make a new clip for this. But I'm still following the chord progression. But I'm gonna just make it a bit more groovy by pressing the octave above. Wait, am I still in the first one? Oh dear. Oh no, it's because I was one measure long. I'm gonna make 4. Yeah, here's the other tip. Make your loops 4 measures long. And you don't need more, you don't need less. 4 measures, it's like a very good sweet spot. So, let's start again. I got lost there, sorry. This is terrible. But I'm not going to fix it. Let me just have a little play with things. So, just on my point, I didn't have like a perfectly good rhythm there with a bass. But let's try to find... See? Already editing just the synth patch. Now, the song isn't far from being done. Here, you've got little room to improvise. You can think either I'm going to do something arpeggiated to just give it a little more rolling spice, or you could just play like a cheap melody. I want to prove my point with the pentatonic scale. I'm just gonna go with a lead and find... Let's go a few octaves above. Perfect. Cheesy. I had no idea what I was doing all along. Just even adds a little reverb. Maybe let's get a delay. Delay, delay sends. There you go. Let's try another piano. And see, the thing I'm doing here, I'm just going, in my mind, I'm going up and down, but when I'm on the start of the measure, or the start of a loop, I'm trying to end on one of those. And if you do that, you just end on that one. It's great. And often what I do with my thing, when I'm in chromatic, I'm in pentatonic, so I wouldn't know which note it is, but it's the fifth one in the scale. So I don't know which notes are removed in the pentatonic scale. So I doubt it's like the 5. I think it might be the 4th note. But when you're playing in just a normal scale, like minor or major, anyways, the 5th one is a nice thing to like end on. It still keeps the tension. You still want to resolve on the 1, but resolving on the 5. C, D. It's just lovely. So I don't know which one it is in the pentatonic scale. Let's find that out. So I'm gonna go 1. Sorry. Let's go here. Okay, so note 1. Next step 2. Okay, let's go now in scale. Minor pentatonic. And let's go to the next step. Step 9. Dun, 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 dun. So here I've got C, D, D sharp, F, G, G sharp, A, and then back to C. So C, D, D sharp. Okay, so I'm missing like the second one, the one I was saying that I have trouble incorporating. Well, when I was beginning, I had trouble playing the second one. Now I've got a feel. It's just like, if you go up, you go doo-dee-dee, but you never quite play it to play it. It's just a transition note, kind of. So anyways, so D, D sharp, D, F, F, G, G. And then it's A sharp, which is the 7th. While I had trouble playing the 7th, I thought the 6th was better. Anyways, so yeah, so if you're in a normal mode, normal meaning minor or major scale, just ignore the second one, and apparently ignore the 6th one, so you then play a pentatonic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1. But if I think it's okay to play the 6th and the 7th, I had more trouble, because I really like if we go back to A minor scale, yeah, I'm still in note mode, aren't I? Exit. This is apparently a pentatonic scale, but I like. Anyhow. Yeah. So here I presented like see what it's doing there, just going up and down. It's not intentional, but so let's add in an arpeggiated thing. So let's keep this instrument. Let's go to, I just need to hold it up on. Let's clear the sequence. And then if you play the chord, it will just sound good. Yeah, I had kind of forgotten which notes I had in my scale. I was trying to do this one, like the fifth. Well, it's the fourth, so. I'm perhaps playing one too high. Let's try it one lower. And then you can mix it up a bit. Like instead of playing this, I'm gonna play that. Okay? So I'm gonna play one above. Yeah, I'm gonna play it this way rather. So 3, 2, 1. Anyways, try some arpeggiated stuff here. It doesn't go in quite as well as I hoped, but let's remove the arpeggiator. I just want to show my thing was easy, and it's not perfect, but it's okay. Let's go to like drum and bass. See on the one, just resolve on it. Hey, you're already out of batteries? No fair. Okay. Yeah, anyways, I think that's more or less all I wanted to demonstrate. Before I leave you, I'm sorry for the lack of light. Here, if we go back to a drum, let's lower the tempo back to something. Okay, here. You just need to think fills. So I'm going to duplicate the pattern twice so that I've got 4 measures. And on the 4th one, you've got 2 options, okay? Actually, I'm going to duplicate it twice. So I've got 8 measures. It's hard to see because here, see this arrow? I'm on like the 4th measure. And here I'm looking at the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th measure, right? So I'm on the 4th. Here, I'm going to do something. I'm just going to add some stuff in. Okay, so I'm going to go tick, 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 tick. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. So it's going to go a bit crazy there. So here I've got a fill, and already it's rubbish. I haven't really given it much thought, but I've already got something, and I think it's probably better than nothing. And here's the kicker. Here's how you make a really easy fill. Just here I'm on the 8th one, so imagine 4 measures, and then I've got another 4 measures, and it's going to be the last one. Here, instead of adding stuff, I will remove stuff, just to give it a bit more tension. So boom, I've got my hats. I'm going to remove the hats. Then I've got the snare, boom. And here all I did is remove stuff. So let's see. Any instruments that have stuff left? That's okay. No, actually that's not okay. You go off. Okay. See? Resolved. Here remove stuff. And that was a bit too much. I shouldn't have removed that much. But hey, you see, you've got a feeling in the song of where you're at. See, and removing notes, it was easy. And here you just need to and here's, okay, I'm gonna leave you soon. Let's go back to minor blues. Minor blues, there you go. When you're playing your melody, keep, if you can, it's not crucial, but keeping like the chord progression in mind helps. So here it's, and so I can play stuff. And just trying to keep it in mind of trying to resolve the bar, going back to my chord, the notes, my first notes of my chord, because remember I did like a triad, so first just keeping one space in between, so 1, 3, 5. This was my chord progression, so see, no, that wasn't good. I'm playing badly, but if you keep those principles in mind, like my jam, okay, it's not great, but it's, I think, a okay starting point. This is horrible. I'm not even following my own advice. I was playing the wrong stuff on the wrong chord, like I was playing these notes. Well, we were on this chord. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. I hope this was somewhat instructive. I'm gonna leave you just jamming on it a bit. I think I want to change some stuff. I don't want this poly key. I want something a bit more fun. Too cheesy. Perfect. Right, so bye-bye. Terrible stuff. It's okay. I had fun, and I hope those small tips of how to make music at a very basic low level was enough music theory for you to follow along. I also hope following along on like a groove box wasn't too complicated, because I know the menu, I've been working through it. I know what buttons I press, I know what I'm looking at here, I know what I'm looking at here, how did I end up here, what does this represent? I hope it wasn't too complicated to follow along. Like, why is this white? Why is this red? This is white because it's the sound I'm looking at. Okay, and this is where that sound is. If we go back to notes, we've got the kick here, and see it's in the sequence. It's positioned there. And yeah, so we were looking at each sound. I hope that was clear, because otherwise, why am I explaining it at the end? Anyways, let me know if this was confusing, if this was useful. If you are, and a lot of people will be better than me at music theory, I've probably mispronounced a bunch of stuff. There's probably some things I was wrong about. Maybe there's some easier ways of saying what I said. If you have some tips to make music easily with like a minimum of theory that I either missed or that you found useful, or like, I don't know, just let me know how I could do this better, alright? If you're good or bad, if you're not good at music theory but somehow you disagree with what I said, feel free to say it. I'm here to learn. Well, I don't know if you're here to learn, but I hope you learned something. Or, yeah. Cheers. Bye.